growth pattern, means how the population grows. Okay, this growth pattern is of two types. One is S-shaped growth curve, the other one is the J-shaped growth curve. Okay, so first talking about the S-shaped curve, this curve is also known as logistic curve. So this curve looks like this. Okay, it has some phases in its growth. So the first phase that this curve has is, this is the population density n, and this is the time t. Okay, so according to time t, this is how population grows. This is the time, this is the population. At time, at this point, the population is this much less. Okay, and at time this much, the population is this much. Okay, so now talking about the phases of this S-shaped curve or logistic curve, it has four phases. The first phase is known as positive acceleration phase, this phase, where it is accelerating, means growing at a positive rate. It's just starting to grow at this phase. Okay, next phase, around this portion, it is growing extremely rapidly. As you can see, it is going up. Not much time is needed, but population is growing from here to here in very less time. Okay, as you can see. So this phase is known as logarithmic phase, where the population is growing extremely rapidly in a little amount of time. Next phase, here as you can see, the population is slowing down. Okay, it is taking a lot of time, but amount of population is not growing much. Okay, this phase is known as slowing down phase. Last phase, as you can see, the population is reaching this line, and what this line denotes? This line denotes the carrying capacity. The carrying capacity of a particular population is that beyond which it cannot reach, or it cannot go beyond that. So in this population, this is the carrying capacity, that the population cannot go beyond this. Okay, so at the last phase, the growth curve reaches the carrying capacity and is same with it. Okay, it is not growing beyond it, and it will come down at a much later time. It will come down, but for a very long time it is same as that of the carrying capacity. So this curve looks like the shape of S. It is known as S-shaped curve. Moving on to the next growth pattern that we have is J-shaped growth curve. So this J-shaped J-shaped curve, again here it is population and here it is time. Okay, again carrying capacity, and this curve looks like this. Okay, it looks like J, that is why the name J-shaped curve. So here there are only two phases of this curve. The lag phase, this phase, the initial part is the lag phase, and next there is the exponential phase. This curve is also known as exponential curve. So during the lag phase, the population is not growing much. It is trying to adapt with its habitat or conditions. It is not growing much, as you can see. But in the exponential phase, it is growing extremely rapidly in a very little bit of time, and so rapidly it is growing that it soon reaches, as you can see, in a very little amount of time it has reached beyond the carrying capacity. This is the carrying capacity. It has reached beyond the carrying capacity, and what happens after that is it starts to crash. It starts to crash. That means it there is large amount of death in the population. So it starts to crash and comes much below the carrying capacity and goes down very fast. Again within a very small amount of time. Okay, so these are the S-shaped curve and J-shaped curve, and you have to learn the differences from the book between J-shaped curve and S-shaped curve. Okay, the other population attributes that we have is natality or birth rate. Okay, means the rate at which new births are taking place in the population. This natality or birth rate can be expressed by the formula capital N equals to small nd by t, where capital N is the birth rate, small nd is the number of newborns, how many newborns are taking place, and t is obviously time. So if we have to find out the birth rate of a particular population at a particular time, then we can use this formula capital N, which is birth rate or natality, equals to ND, which is the number of new births at a particular time span, divided by the time. Okay, so this is how we can find out the natality. Next comes mortality or death rate. Again we can find this out with the formula M equals to ND by T, where M is the mortality rate, ND is the number of deaths within a particular amount of time, and again T is the amount of time. So this is how we can find out mortality rate or natality rate of a particular population in a particular. The next topic that we will discuss is age distribution, okay, also known as age pyramid. Okay, so before going into that topic, let me tell you that a population has three ecological age groups. Okay, three ecological age groups. Those are pre-reproductive age group, reproductive age group, and post-reproductive age group. Now the pre-reproductive age group consists of individuals which will enter the reproductive age after some time. They have not yet reached the reproductive age group. Next, the reproductive age group, those consist of individuals who are reproducing and adding new members to the population. And lastly, the post reproductive age group consists of individuals who has passed the reproductive age group. Okay, so now according to that, we can say that there are three types of age pyramid based on these three age groups, reproductive age groups. Okay, the first one is triangular age pyramid. Okay, this triangular shaped age pyramid. Here you can see the pre-reproductive, the number of individuals in pre-reproductive age group, the yellow one, is the largest, while the number in post-reproductive age group is the lowest, and the number in reproductive age group is medium. So it is forming a triangle, and it is known as triangular age pyramid. Okay, moving on to the next one, it is a bell-shaped pyramid. It is a bell-shaped pyramid where again the pre-reproductive age group is the largest, and the reproductive age group is almost similar to it. As you can see, it is almost similar to the individuals in reproductive age group. The number of individuals in reproductive age group is almost similar to pre-reproductive age group. Okay, but post-reproductive age group, the number is getting lowest at the end. Okay, so it is forming a bell-shaped structure, and this is known as bell-shaped age pyramid, which is forming a stable population. Lastly, moving on to our third age pyramid is the urn-shaped age pyramid. It is known as urn-shaped age pyramid. The shape is like that of a urn. Okay, and it represents the greater number of individuals of higher reproductive age group than the individuals of pre-reproductive age group. Okay, number of post-reproductive individuals is also sizable, but it is diminishing or declining population with negative growth. Okay, it is a declining population. It is the amount of individuals in the population is declining slowly. So these are the three age pyramids, which are triangular age pyramid, bell-shaped age pyramid, and urn-shaped age pyramid. So we have completed this chapter, ecology, environment and population. I hope you will have no problem. If you face any problem, you can comment under the comment box. Thank you.